window. At a coffin, almost nobody is truly mourning. This is the funeral of Jonasi Gomora, and most of the people here had a reason to want him gone. The entire story is the answer to one question: who finally stopped him? Jonasi Gomora clawed his way out of poverty into a fortune, baking, construction, the CEO of J&J Holdings. Magnetic, untouchable, completely addicted to control. And to Jonasi, every person in his life was just an asset, useful, owned, and ultimately disposable. To understand how he died, you first have to understand the people he used. Start with the women. Joyce is wife number 1, married to Jonasi for over 20 years, back when he still had nothing. She helped build the empire brick by brick, then rebuilt herself as a glossy social media influencer. Her entire brand is the flawless marriage. Her followers crown her the perfect wife. Essie loved Jonasi long before the money, and she never left the township he came from. He keeps her hidden from his glamorous world, his secret, and his emotional dumping ground. And whenever his life detonates, Essie is the one he comes crawling back to. Matipa is the glamorous mistress who flatly refuses to be a woman on the side. She rises from a junior employee into his company and into his bed. Her goal is ruthless and specific: dethrone Joyce and become the primary wife. Lindani is the youngest girl, orbiting the edges of his daughter's social circle. Tired of relying on boyfriends to cover the rent, she's hunting one prize: a wealthy husband to lock down. Magesh is Jonasi's brother and his personal cleanup crew. He spends his life covering his brother's tracks and living quietly in his shadow. He swallows every secret Jonasi makes him keep. One of them is enormous. Slowly, the affairs stop hiding. They pile up in plain sight, and the perfect picture starts to crack. Matipa weaves herself deeper and deeper into the empire until Jonasi makes it official. He walks out on his wife of 20 years and moves in with his mistress. Joyce does the cold math. She cannot walk away without losing the company she helped build. So she stops fighting the affair and makes a far more calculated move. She proposes a polygamist marriage. If she can't stop it, she control it and keep her crown. Then comes the anniversary party, a lavish celebration of 20 flawless years. The whole broken family is marched out to smile for the cameras, while the betrayal burns quietly underneath every single photograph. But Jonasi can never be satisfied. Even with a second wife at home, he chases Lindani too, and then he crosses the final line. He turns violent. After years of swallowing every humiliation, Joyce is done. This is where it breaks. To understand the ending, rewind. Years earlier, Joyce does a stretch behind bars. There she meets a woman named Lungi who quietly admits she was given HIV by a man who lied to her. Joyce says nothing. She just files it away and waits. Much later, Joyce hunts Lungi down and pays her to get close to Jonasi. She knows exactly what her husband is. She knows he will not resist. He sleeps with Lungi and contracts HIV. His slow decline isn't fate, it's an execution Joyce set in motion, and the lies run deeper still. Essie was never just an old flame from the township. Jonasi had secretly married her years ago, then told the world she was his brother's wife. And Sarah, not Magesh's daughter, she's Jonasi's child, a truth Magesh buried for decades. Now everyone he ever used arrives to settle their accounts. One by one they walk away. The wife, the mistress, the brother who covered for him. The untouchable man ends up exactly alone, sick, powerless, and waiting to die. But Joyce's real masterstroke was already quietly in motion. She had sent her son Menzi to charm his dying father to play the perfect devoted heir. Convinced his boy has finally become a man. Jonasi signs everything over to Menzie, and the empire lands right back in Joyce's hands. But while Joyce won her war, she missed the danger growing inside her own house. Menzie has been quietly becoming his father this whole time. The man is dead. The pattern he created is very much alive. Because the Polygamist was never really about polygamy. It's about accountability. Jonasi took loyalty, devotion, patience, and love and assumed the supply was endless. It wasn't. By the time he finally needed forgiveness, nobody had a single drop left to give.